what's up, Scott Balcom here with Imagination Creation Films, and today, well, we are talking about this. No, not the Komodo. This really well-engineered and built cage by Tilta for Komodo. Ooh. So before we dive into this cage and the overview that we'll be given on this, I want to go ahead and as you click subscribe, let's be a part of this community. It's a great, growing, fast-growing, fun-filled community of filmmakers just like you. And, we were all sitting around the table the other day. We were talking about it. And, we think you'd be a great part of it. So go ahead and click subscribe and the alert bell. And, it's worth it. So let's dive into this cage. So this is the the large cage offering that they have. They have a ton of options for Komodo, depending on what you're looking for. And this one is it's I forget, it's maybe the E cage. It's one of their largest cage bundles. And it's really well thought out. And quick disclosure, Tilta did send this to me for review. So as always, I'm letting you know, yes, they sent it to me for review. No, they do not have any say in what my review is. As always, I will give you all of the positives and negatives to it. So let's dive into kind of what you're getting. And each of these, you can buy the parts individually or you can buy them as a bundle. And this is, like I said, they're a large bundle. But you're getting a side cage on both sides, and this one very similar to the Timmy ribs, except this has actual NATO rails on the side. So full on NATO. It only has one locating rosette on each side, but it does have some RE rosettes, both on the top forward and on the bottom aft. It does have the guards up here on the top. And it's remarkably well built. I have to say I am pleased with the construction, and I mean it looks really, really nice. There's a lot of thought that went into this. There's a few things that could use some improvements, and we'll get to those on the negatives. But I want to just kind of go through this now. So then there's a top rail right here. It just screws in, and on that top rail, let me just undo this. There is a cold shoe mount right on the top, as well as a few quarter 20s and some, let's see, yep, those are all quarter 20s right there, 3 of them. And then on the other side, let me just remove this handle right here, which comes in the larger kit, but this is a nice little compact wooden handle that goes right on the NATO rail on the side. Again, this side is the same as the other. You have 2 rosettes. You have one locating RE rosette, RE locating port with 3/8 and then a couple of quarter 20s. You also have some smaller threaded holes on the top. I'm not sure what they're for, probably for other features. Now, let's get to the handle here real quick. This is their rotating handle, they call it. And it just locks in right here. And it's fairly comfortable. It's, I would like it, honestly, if this was reversed. You see the angle goes back. I would prefer it the other way because it's actually in the way right here where I normally, when you have a rig, it's going to rest its weight right here on that finger. And with it being there, I love it if it was reversed. Now, there's one cool thing about this handle that it does, and it does have 2 locking cold shoes on the top. So you can take included with the big kit, they have a monitor mount that just goes right in. You set it down, locks in, now it's locked, and then you can just tighten it up right here if you so desire. But let's go back to, I said there was a cool feature here. The cool feature of this handle is this little button that says press. It doesn't say press me. That would have been a lot of fun. Press it, and then the handle turns and it locks. And it locks into, well, essentially two different since these are the exact same, this is a exact same design on both sides. It's really this position and this position, but that does give you a nice different handle. When you're carrying your rig around and eventually your hand gets tired holding it in the same position, just turn that bad boy. And yeah, that's a little nicer. Let me take this off and let's talk about what you get on the bottom down here. So this is a riser so that you get your rails at a nice, nice offset. It's actually a proper offset. Now you can release it right here. There is a quick lever right here. You just pull it back and then you can take it right off and away it goes. And then this is the riser. Now, for clarity, this is not part of the Tilta. This is my Arca Swiss quick plate from Kessler. That goes on everything that I shoot, but it provides a nice stand. So that's why it's on the bottom. The bottom of this riser itself is the Tilta dovetail plate that they've created their own standard. So it slides on and has a locking lever that locks onto theirs. But you can just screw right into the bottom with whatever you want, whatever standard you're using. I use Arca Swiss. Other people use RE Dovetail. Some people use the Tilta, so it's all good there. On the top here, it is also it looks like a Manfrotto that slides into here. On the bottom, they provide a bottom plate that you can adapt. You can swap this out if you'd like with an Arca Swiss. You just undo 4 screws right here, and then this will go right on the bottom, and then you would have Arca Swiss. But this is a nice, tidy little package, and it goes right on, locks, and then you can do a little tighten there, and you have a pretty solid little cage here. And let's talk about this handle right here, which is the upgraded handle. This is it's a rotatable handle. And we'll talk about this, and then we'll get to the elephant in the room. But this can go on the rosette here, screws in, get it right there. So now you have a handle on this side. It also has the push me button. So then the handle can go up to the front. The handle can then go up to the top. Now you have a carrying handle, just like you'd like. This is actually adjustable right here. You can loosen 2 screws and slide this fore and aft, and that will help you with your center of balance. And then of course you can rotate it back, or however you'd like it to do. Let's put this on the other side, give you some design considerations. I guess how you would use this and how I plan on using it. And that goes there. This is their simple little wooden handle, and it has a NATO lock. Just slide it on from the bottom, goes right up, and then pull down and lock it. And boom. Now you have a horizontal handle. Well, why would you want a horizontal handle? Well, I wouldn't normally want a horizontal handle. In fact, I prefer a vertical handle, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But it does give you a nice little rest. Now you can pull focus. You just rest it on your palm and pull focus. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was actually kind of a natural feel for it. I would like this to be vertical. The way to do that is, there's kind of a little quick fix they could do. And if I was going to say there was an improvement, this arm right here, it's about a 1/2 inch too short. So if they had extended, and they still can, Tilta, if you're listening, extend this arm, this rosette down about a 1/2 inch. At that point, you can now take it and lock it in here and do it at 90 degrees, and you'll be able to screw it in. Right now, it's ever so slightly off. This hits the front here, so it is just slightly off. But if you had it there, you would now have a side handle as well. And that makes this even more versatile with its flexibility. You do have a 15 millimeter rod holder here. Did I say rails or rod down here? Yeah, 15 millimeter rods. probably said rail, knowing me, but at least I corrected myself. But you have one up here as well, so you could mount a, well, pretty much anything you need that uses a rail off on the side. So let's get into the elephant in the room. Yes, this is a V-mount that is attached to the back of Komodo. No, this is not supported by Komodo. Will it ever be supported? I don't know. I don't believe so. It's not up to me. So we will talk about this, but understand this is not supported by Red. It works, but it does not communicate. It only passes voltage information. So you need to know what voltage your battery is going to cut out on, or else you could be in the middle of a shot and you're going to lose your footage. So you need to be aware of that if you're going to buy this. And it does work. It does give you a warning message when you boot up, it says this is an unsupported device. You need to know that. But it works, but it's not supported. So you get a V-mount sideways plate on here, and it's got a lot of features. It clips right in to the Canon batteries in the back. And this is what it looks like. You got your V-mount, you got a P-tap, you got another P-tap up here. You have two 14-volt LEMOs at the top, and you have a USB right here. That is a lot of power packed into a device that's unsupported. But, I mean, you get it. Clip it on, put it on just like you would two batteries at the exact same time, and push down. And then take your favorite battery, clip it right on, and away you go. So to be honest, this is probably how I will be running this rig. I like this cage a lot. There are a lot of cages out there. I reviewed one recently, and it's a great cage. I have no complaints with it. This one, it just checks a couple more boxes for me, and I like that. So, I mean, buy what makes sense for you. I am only reviewing how it is for me and showing you the details. You make the decision yourself. But this is probably how I'll be running it. And then the monitor would be forward, and you can then carry it. And that's fairly solid. I'm not too concerned. I mean, it's weird having an offset handle like that. It wiggles a little bit, but it honestly doesn't flex that much. I'm pushing down pretty hard. I mean, it does deflect, but yeah, I mean, that's fine. This handle, it is quite comfortable. I wouldn't call it super comfortable, mainly because I have giant hands. No. And grabbing this was obviously made for smaller hands, probably just average person hands. And it's really, really close to the Komodo itself. So it has an interesting feel to it. It doesn't feel quite as perfect as it could in my hand. Some of the other handles that I've tested just feel absolutely amazing. This is not uncomfortable by any means. I like it, and I will keep it on here unless a better solution comes along. I know that Tilta does offer a focus that works with their Nano. That plugs in right on the rails, and then you can pull focus directly from your handle with a thumb wheel. I hope to get my hands on one of those soon. So if so, I will provide an update video for that. But there are a lot of handle options. There are metal ones, there's wood ones, there's pro wood ones. Then there are these side ones. You can use this as a handle. This has a 1/4-20 and you can screw into the side. There's a lot of flexibility with this Tilta cage system. And quite honestly, it is a really good design. I can't find a lot of faults about it. I would say that this arm would definitely need to be improved. Just extended 1/2 inch, and then this handle becomes far more useful. It becomes useful in 4 different positions as opposed to the 2 positions. Because this right here, not really something I would use, and the same if it were in the back. Not something, I don't, maybe it doesn't feel normal there. There it feels great. And on the front, that feels pretty good right there. A little odd that you don't have something to firmly grab onto, but you kind of do. But yeah, that is the Tilta full cage. And this comes with the full cage package. This is an optional handle. I forget the name of it, but you can see it on their webpage. All of these are individually available. They all work. They all work really well. And just between you and me here, and for those of you who know, there's a group on Facebook called Red Komodo Users. You're going to want to join that group because there might be, strong wink, wink, a deal on these Tilta cages, like probably right now. It won't be running forever. So if you're watching this video in a couple of months, I don't know, but that deal is pretty good. And feel free to accidentally drop a few more things in the cart. It might work. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just bringing you those amazing and fun savings. Yeah, because I also need savings as well, as I'm sure you do too. So if you are interested in the Tilta, join the Red Komodo Users group. Just in the questions, just put, "Hey, Scott sent me," because I get a good chuckle out of it because it shows that people like me. I don't know if you don't have to like me. Yeah, you could actually put, "Scott Balcom sent me, but I don't like him." You could do that. That's okay. Yeah, we'll get you in that group and get you hooked up on these deals because, yeah, they're really, really good. Stay tuned for some more deals too, and a lot more reviews. I've got a lot of. I'm not really a review channel, but right now, in the middle of COVID, I'm a review channel. But thank God, work is picking back up. So as always. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section down below. Tell me what you like about this design. Tell me what you don't like. Put them in the comment section down below. Let's have a conversation about it. As always, be respectful down there. I moderate my comments. So trolling, you're spinning your wheels, buddy. Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, but let's have a conversation in the comment section. And yeah, support me in any of the links down below. You know how to do it. You know how to tap old Scott on the shoulder and say, here's a cup of coffee. That little applaud button, if you're on desktop, yeah, that's a great way to say, "Scott, I love you, bro. I really appreciate everything that you do for me. And I don't know why I'm talking in this strange voice." Every time you click that applaud button, I'll know you're using that voice. But, yep. Remember to subscribe, like, share the channel, all that good stuff. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions.